Black Draft, the thorough laxative that helps you feel fresh and clean inside. Soltis, the modern quick rub that gives you the kind of cold relief you've always wanted. And Soltis High Therm for temporary relief of minor muscular aches and pains present the Porter Wagoner Show, starring Porter Wagoner and the Wagonmasters, with Norma Jean, Speck, Rhodes, and our guest, Jimmy C. Newman.
Feel fresh and clean inside. Black Draft helps you feel fresh and clean inside. How you doing there,
Doing
Short
pretty
one?
good, Slick.
Good
Short
to
one,
see
what do
you.
you mean? I was fixing to say, wake up, the British are coming. But the place is overrun by Frenchmen all over. But here's Porter Wagoner.
That big eight wheeler rolling down the track means your true loving daddy ain't coming back, 'cause I'm moving on. I'm a-rolling on. You had to laugh on me, so I've set you free, and I'm moving on. That big loud whistle as it blew and blew said hello to the Southland, we're coming to you, and we're moving on. You done your daddy wrong. Oh, shovel the coal, let this rattle and roll and keep moving me on. Your daddy, but your daddy will say keep moving on. Stayed away too long. Now shovel the coal, let this rattle a roll and keep moving me on. You switched your range and now I ain't got time for a trifling woman on my main line, 'cause I'm moving on. I'm rolling on. You've broken your vow and it's all over now, so I'm moving on. Well, there's an old Hank Snow tune to kind of start things off, and thank you very much, and great big howdy to everybody. You know, we're all in the old wagon house here again, ready to have a good time. We got the strings all tied on our guitars, everybody's all dressed up, and everybody knows their lines. Even old T knows his, I think. Let's see if he can do it without making a mistake.
Let me see. Porter, you make me nervous doing that. Let's see now. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. Black Draft. About how it's such a fine laxative. Gentle, dependable, thorough, made from a combination of natural ingredients to help nature help you. Works gently but thoroughly to bring overnight relief. And let's see, what else? Oh, yes. Black Draft is available in all 3 different forms. You there, boy, point your Kodak at those Black Draft packages. Will you do that? There's Black Draft powder and granules. There's syrup of Black Draft that tastes mighty good. And there's Black Draft tablets that don't have any taste at all because they're candy coated. But whatever form you prefer to take it, and whether you call it Black Draft or Black Draught, you'll find it's the laxative that can really help you feel fresh and clean inside. Okay, Porter, how's that?
Well, you had me worried there for a minute, T. I'll tell you. I was afraid that Speck was going to have to take over. You know, he's kind of got his eye on your job anyway, I'll tell you. And right now, though, it's time for us to have some good banjo picking, T, and as usual, that's a good job. Here's the old boy with the 5-string, Buck Trent here. Buck, how about raveling us off a little bit of one here called the Flint Hill Special? Boy, boy. That's a mighty fine five-string picking there. Buck Trent, and I'm going to tell you that's mighty, mighty good. He was telling you a while ago about we had some Frenchmen with us today. We certainly have. You know, this fellow here is from originally down in Louisiana, and one of the finest, biggest stars of the Grand Ole Opry, a fellow that's recorded a lot of big records. We're mighty tickled to have him come visit with us again, so let's bring him out here. Good-looking Jimmy Newman. Come on out here.
I like that introduction. That's a jewel. Thank you.
Yeah, well, man, it's nice to have you with us, and man, you're all sharped up here today.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be on your show. That's why I got sharped up, because this is a good show, and I try my best to look commercial.
Jim, it's always real good to have you. We're talking about you from down in Louisiana. You got one of them swamp songs for us
I
today?
got a real hairy-legged swamp love song. Let's try one. This was written about a little town where I'm originally from in Louisiana. Why'd you go and leave me in Big Mamou? You left me for another, left me alone, so blue. Please come back, yeah, come on back. Make me happy and live with me in Big Mamou. Oh, mes sandales à grand-maman. Jolie mon, mes jolies filles, mes manches connaissent minute par ça. Eh, ha, ha, eh, mes heart. Oh, mes manches ma base à grand-maman. Make me happy and live with me in Big Mamou. Oh, mes sandales à grand-maman. Jolie mon, mes jolies filles, mes manches connaissent mes pas ça. Eh, ha, ha, eh, mes heart. Oh, mes manches ma base à grand-maman. Yeah, man. You're hot in the creek. That's great, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. How do you like? You know, I thought,
c'est beau.
Comment ça va?
Très bien, ça c'est bon.
Très bon.
I thought maybe I'd just get you two Frenchmen together here tonight to enjoy a little conversation, but I'm not able to make too much of it out here, by the way.
I don't believe we'll have enough time, actually.
Oh, it'd take all day for this, because I don't know what I'm talking about either. But it sounds good on tape, you see.
Yes, sir, man. Jim, that's a real fine job. Thank you a lot.
Thank you, Porter.
Why don't you and Jimmy get together and get his next number while I introduce the next act?
All righty, we'll do it.
That'd be
We'll
all
see you a
right?
little
Okay,
later.
okay.
Good. Thank you.
Friends, here's the pretty member of the outfit. And when I say that, whew, I do mean that. She also sings a mighty pretty song. Let's make her welcome, Miss Norma Jean.
Hey, good looking.
I'm getting more pretty introductions these days. Thank you, Pete Thomas. I'll do something nice for you sometime. Here's one called Under Your Spell Again. Got me under your spell again, saying those things again, making me believe that you're just mine. You got me dreaming those dreams again, thinking those things again. I've got to take you
Norma, thank you so much. That was really mighty pretty song. From a mighty pretty girl, too, T. I have to put in with you. You know, we like to give you folks a variety of entertainment on these programs, and we've even got a little movie for you today. It's not exactly what you'd call an extravaganza, but it's got a nice little message. So let's have the film, please.
Feel fresh and clean inside. Black dress helps you feel fresh and clean inside.
Thank you very much. Neighbors, we're in all seriousness whenever we're talking about black draft, solstice, and high therm. We've had so many folks write us and sing the praises of black draft, solstice, and high therm, and we thank you very much. It's mighty nice to hear from you anytime. And we had a lot of folks now ask us about, last year wrote in and asked us if we were going to have a songbook or a picture book. We're going to have one. We have one in press now being made up, so we'll be telling you a lot more about it and, of course, be showing you pictures and everything of it. And in case you'd like to write to us about one, why, you write to us, Porter Wagoner, Box 404, isn't it, Don? 404, Nashville, Tennessee. We'd be tickled to hear from you, and you might put your order in kind of early for them. We'll be telling you more about it later on. Here's one I thought I heard you call my name. You said goodbye to me this morning with only these words to explain. You say you found someone you love better, but I still hear your voice call my name. I thought I heard you calling my name. Funny, I still feel this way. Your voice seems so close, but I knew that by now you were many miles away. I walk through the streets of the city. People passing by think it's so strange. I'm talking, but there's no one beside me. I thought I heard you calling my name. I thought I heard you calling my name. Funny, I still feel this way. Your voice seems so close, but I knew that by now you were many miles away. Thank you, fellas. Don and Little Jack there, thank you all very kindly for helping me out with that one. Thought I heard you call my name. Man, there's some excitement going on over here. I think the telephone's about to come off the wall. Let's see what's happening.
Hello. Sadie, what in the world are you doing? Sitting out on the porch? I've been trying to get you. Yeah, I want to talk to Rusty Bellis down at the blacksmith shop a minute. Yeah. Hello, Rusty. What's going on down there? Shoes on horses, huh? Yeah, did you hear about that car turning over on the highway down there this morning? Mm-hmm. No, there wasn't nobody hurt bad. Yeah, Doc Brown said he'll be all right. The fella was pinned under his car for about an hour. That's right, just one man in it. This highway patrolman was asking him his name and where he is from. Then he asked the fella if he is married. And the fella said, well, heck no. Said, this is the worst fix I've ever been in my life. Yeah, that reminded me of what Kathy Jones said about her husband the other day. Well, they're talking about the terrible wrecks they'd seen in their time, and Kathy speaks up and says, well, I've never seen a worse wreck than my husband. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. The police officer down at the missing persons desk in Pine Junction, he agrees with Kathy on that. Yeah. Yeah, don't you remember? He disappeared last week. Yeah, Kathy asked me to take his picture over to Pine Junction to the police station. Uh-huh. So I showed the picture washed to this here sergeant, and I said, this man is missing and his wife wants to find him. The sergeant looked at the picture and said, why? Oh, he's ugly. Yeah, little Julius was standing by me the other day, and old Wash come up, and Julius looked up at me and said, Papa, look what an ugly man. I said, that man ain't ugly. He said, don't say things like that. He said, oh, yes, too, Uncle Speck. He said, that man is really ugly. I said, you shouldn't say things like that, Julius. He said, well, if he could just marry a woman as ugly as he is, they could raise boogers. Yeah, well, listen, I'm coming down to see you after a while. Yeah, come down to get my shoes on my horses. Goodbye. So long, Rusty Bill.
Something else,
T, you know, about everybody knows about Solus Quick Rub, and it's one of the best things to help out to relieve cold misery. And I wonder if you can tell me why it works so good.
Oh, I can do you one better than that, Porter. I can show you.
All right.
Okay, watch me. Spread some of the sodas on my hand. Can you see that all right?
Wow, that's wonderful, man. It just kind of vanishes right away.
Exactly. And it does the same thing when you rub it on your chest. You see, Porter, two things happen. First, like a warming poultice, pure white soltis makes the blood circulate faster, relieving that feeling of tightness and congestion.
Mm-hmm.
And then second, notice this.
That's wonderful, isn't it?
Those wonderful soltis vapors float up to unplug stopped-up nasal passages. Now, isn't that something?
That's wonderful.
And friends, that's cold relief. The kind of cold relief you've always wanted. So get ready for the cold season. Get Soltis, the modern quick rub that's nice to use. And there's a milder children's Soltis, too. Try it, friends. Soltis for you, children's Soltis for the kids at your favorite drug counter.
Thank you, T. Mighty true, too, man. When you breathe that Solus, it just kind of opens you up real good, makes you feel wonderful. Here's our hymn for today, one that I recorded a few years back that I hope maybe you will enjoy hearing again. Titled, What Would You Do? What would you do? What would you do if Jesus came to spend some time with you? If Jesus came to your house to spend a day or two, if he came unexpectedly, I wonder what you'd do. When you saw him coming, would you meet him at the door with arms outstretched in welcome to your heavenly visitor? Or would you need to change some things before you let him in, like burn some magazines and put the Bible where they'd been? Oh, I know you'd give your nicest room to such an honored guest, and all the food that you would serve to him would be the very best. And you'd keep assuring him that you was glad to have him there, that serving him in your home was joy beyond compare. But what about your family conversation? Would it keep up its normal pace? And would you find it hard each meal to say a table grace? Would you be glad to have him meet your very closest friend? Or would you hope that they stayed away until his visit ends? Would you be glad to have him stay forever on and on? Or would you sigh with great relief when finally he had gone? You know, it might be interesting to know the things you'd do if Jesus came in person to spend some time with you. What would you do? What would you do if Jesus came to spend some time with you? Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. We had several requests for it, and thanks for writing in, too. Speaking of requests, here's a fellow that we had a lot of requests to have back on our program, and he's got a new album, too. I want you to bring it out with you, Jim, if you will. Jimmy Newman, our good Cajun buddy here listening today. Jim, I wanted to show this. This is a real fine album. Beautiful color work on the front here. We'll show the folks a picture of it there. There's old Longawa right there on the cover, man.
Thank you.
Jim, this has the tune that you did a while ago, of course, Big Mamou.
Got the Swamp Song. There's 2 or 3 others in there, too.
Has a bunch of real good ones. And if you like Jim's album, well, why don't you drop by and pick up a copy of it. This next one is one that's in it, too.
It is, and boy, I'll tell you, I've never been treated so nice.
Well,
get to do my songs and get paid and plug an album. How about that? And visit with some wonderful folks.
Thank you very much, Jim. It's nice to have you. This, the one you're going to do now, is a favorite of mine. One you wrote a long time ago, right?
Well, I recorded a long time ago. A lady in Vida, Texas wrote Mrs. Lyles. Wrote it.
Is that
one I had out a few years
right
ago.
there?
Okay. Don, if you please. I was a fool, broke every rule, blue darling. Saw the tears take the place, your sweet smile. I played it smart, I broke your heart, blue darling, and lost the only love in life worthwhile. So please, please forgive me. I'm sorry for the wrong that I've done. My heart would cry if ever I should lose you. Blue darling, you're the only one. So please, please forgive me. I'm sorry for the wrong that I've done. My heart would cry if ever I should lose you. Blue darling, you're the only one. Thank you.
Jim, real fine job, man. Thank you very much for being our guest today.
Thank you. I enjoyed every minute.
I was thinking, when I said you wrote it, I was thinking about Cry, Cry, Darlin. That's
Yeah, that was another Darlin. Different color.
Jim, thank you, man. You know, it's a real pleasure for us to be able to recommend you products that we believe in so much. That's true with Black Draft and Soltus, and it's true of our newer product, Soltus High Therm. Now, it's a super strength medication made by the makers of Soltus, especially for those who suffer from the minor aches and pains of arthritis, rheumatism, and sore muscles. Now, if you've got that kind of problem, just rub it on, and you'll see what I mean. Wonderful temporary relief. And High Therm is nice to use because it's pure white, greaseless, and stainless. It's a fine product, super strength Soltus High Therm. You try it, friends. It's in the pretty box, red, yellow, and white. Pick it up at your favorite drug counter. And you might just tell them that the old thin man, Porter Wagoner, sent you in, and I'll appreciate it. Right now, we'd like to do a little duet for you, if we can get Miss Norma Jean to come out here and help me. This, all righty. This is one we've been practicing a little, and we haven't got it on the program yet, so we'll do it right now.
Okay.
I'll take a chance.
If you don't want to run around, if you will really settle down, I'll take a chance on loving you. If you will be my very own, if you'll be mine and mine alone, I'll take a chance on loving you.
Now there's lots of pretty girls in this wide, wide world, but woman I've seen can hold the light to you. You're the cutest, the sweetest, the nicest, the neatest, and I tell you what I'm gonna do.
If you don't want to run around, if you will really settle down,
I'll take a chance on loving you.
if you will be my very own, if you be mine and mine alone, I'll take a chance on loving you. Well, if you really mean it, or did I just dream it when you said I was the one for you? Now don't make me regret it, too late to forget it, the day that I fell in love with you. If you don't want to run around, if you will really settle down,
I'll take a chance on loving you.
if you will be my very own, if you'll be mine and mine alone,
I'll take a chance on loving you. Thank you, Norma Jean. Thank you very much. And I hope, folks, that you've had a good time today. We are just about to run out of time. I believe we got time for a little fiddle music here, so I hear Jack kind of getting tuned up back here. How about raking us off a little bit of one, Jackson? Here we go. Jack, that's mighty fine. That's kind of the way to close out things in good fashion for this time. Be with us again, though, next week, folks, and we'll be back. Thanks for all the nice cards and letters, and please remember this little song. Listen to this oldest song. Listen now and sing along. Let's hold this quick rub right your cold distress. Listen to this oldest man, and you'll buy this oldest brand. Let's hold this quick rub right your cold distress.
This has been the Porter Wagoner Show, a half hour of good old country music and fun, featuring Porter Wagoner and the Wagonmasters with Norma Jean and Speck Rhodes, and brought to you each week at this time by the makers of Black Draft, Soltis Quick Rub, and Soltis High Therm.
All modern girls know to stay on the go. Car to eye, tablets are great.
Ladies, for wonderful relief from tension and headache, get special formula Card UI brand tablets.
Be sure to watch same time next week, and in the meantime, stay happy and healthy.